VigilanteWilliamson here on the 13th episode of VW Casual. It's a show about nothing, and I have nothing planned in this show. I just want to go live. I'm trying to keep the habit of doing videos every day. I did not do a video yesterday, so it's going to be hard. I got to keep with it and fatigue. Hopefully, I can get some videos up for tomorrow. Worst case scenario, I'll have a clip up at least. And of course, Culture Crime Fighters tomorrow on Matt from Fireball Productions channel. Fireball Productions, please. It'll actually show up in the chat. It'll show up from the Stream Elements bot if he shows up. Appreciate everyone else showing up. I thought about it. I probably should have started with a game, but I was late. I was late to my own stream. Something happened where D-Live logged me out, and I don't remember my login. So yeah. So I gotta reset it. I'll do that later. That and laziness. I'm not laziness. This is like there is this anxiety pre-show. Like, oh man, you just get nervous. But here I am, and I appreciate anyone watching. One thing I'm gonna do is toss it on the Twitter. Hey, Slash from Mix Splitter. How you doing, man? How you doing? Cool. Appreciate you being here. Let me toss this on the Twitter and the Minds so people can know I'm streaming. That's where a lot of people are. Unfortunately, we have to use this these demonic platforms. But hey, you know what you can do? If you can share the stream, just like Kaylee D just did. She shared. Be like Kaylee D. Sharing is indeed caring. So thank you, Kaylee D. I appreciate you sharing the screen. I appreciate it. Go ahead and share the stream myself. Take my own advice. Taking the evil YouTube in the tweet. And go on a shitty mine. Well, mine isn't shitty. It's just not worth using. Oh, am I logged out of this too? I think we'll see. Or at least this one's saved. I'm on the other my other I must have done something logging out. Or I'm getting hacked. Who knows? But you know what? There's a lot of things to talk about. Nothing I'm going to cover in depth per se. Well, I may. Who knows? We'll go where we go. Hope I'm having a good week, Kaylee. I hope you're having a good week. And I hope Slasher is. And I hope Jens is. Manly man. Masculine manly man. I forgot. He told me to say something else, and I forgot. And I apologize. But I appreciate Jens being here. I appreciate everyone being here, especially Jens. He's in the UK. So it's a bit later over there. Thank you all for being here. Seriously. Means a lot. So there's a few things I wanted to talk about. There's things that I've been thinking about or watching or paying attention to. And may even make videos on, I'm not sure. One for sure I want to. First thing is Team USA basketball. It's funny to see organizations' chickens start to come home to roost as far as the NBA. And it's happening on every level. Even though the ratings had a bounce back year for the playoffs after LeBron James was eliminated, I wonder why. But the NBA had a huge dip in ratings last year. Where it didn't really return all the way, even with the anti-LeBron bump, so to speak. Not quite where they were in 2019, which was still fall off from 2018. They didn't have those 2 years didn't really have any wokeness per se. But the NBA, and I say the NBA because Team USA, a team that, while not as talented as other teams that we've sent to the Olympics, will win a championship any of the past 10 to 15 years. As far as the talent level, they've lost 2 exhibition games. They lost first to Nigeria, so you can't blame white supremacy on that. And then Australia, so maybe you can. Maybe they'll blame it there. But, like, seriously, it's funny to see. It's funny to see an organization And it doesn't really reflect on the NBA, but it does. Because it's basically saying, do you guys have the best players in the world? Or are there randos in all these other countries that can bust y'all guys' ass? And I hate saying it, there's 2 Pistons on the team. Shout out to Sadiq Bey and Jeremy Grant. But man, I kind of like seeing them eat crow a little bit. And that's sad to say, right? That I'm guilty pleasure. I don't want to say I'm rooting against them. They're hardworking guys. And I also understand, like I said in the video, hey, the development, there's probably right now more people on earth that can make the NBA than there's ever been before. Because, there's YouTube drills. You can get better. Anyone can get better at basketball if they want to. Anyone on earth. So that's led to everyone on earth who wants to play basketball actually getting better. These leagues getting better. Luka Doncic was a pro for years, and he was good in Europe, and he was good. Now he's good here. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, you guys didn't slow him down when he got here. What does that say about the NBA? The referees, I guess the Olympic basketball, I'm not sure if they officially allow hand checking, but it seemed like they allow more physical play. And 2 losses from Team USA. Could you imagine the Dream Team losing exhibitions? Even the Redeem Team in 2008. Couldn't imagine either of those teams losing exhibitions. Not to like also rans. These are not like top tier. I guess Australia has a lot of talent. Technically so does Nigeria. They have some NBA players. But yeah. I wonder what is going to be the long-term impact of things like this, of the NBA. Not only are you losing your reach as a brand, at least domestically, I know globally it's still pretty impactful, but now you're where we have to actually wonder: is the NBA the best collection of talent? Obviously, it's. I say obviously. I like to think it still is. It's interesting to see them lose 2 games. And granted, every team is going to be geeked up to play Team USA, but they're going to be geeked up to play any games. Only a few games in the Olympics. They already have 2 losses. It's crazy. Dream Team didn't lose a game at all. Redeem Team didn't lose a game. We only have like 2 losses before this year over an exhibition play. I know we got a bronze once, and we've lost in like FIBA and shit, but like in the Olympics, we don't lose much. And we're losing him. So one may say, with all the NBA's done for cultural Marxism, all the NBA's focused on bullshit and focused on, putting group economics on the back of jerseys, that for the best players they can send, and granted, every player is not playing, I understand, and before that, there's such Curry not playing, okay. But you may, I'm not saying you may think, you do think this, but you might just think. Get what you fucking deserve. Right? Again, I think a lot of this is also Paul George's injury. I got to to toss out some other Angels advocate points. Not just the fact that players didn't play. Paul George had an injury in 2014, and I think the FIBA World Cup or something like that, and it was horrific. And that scared people off playing for the Team USA. But they still have like I said, a team from a talent standpoint that should win a championship any in the past 15 years. Hey, Sentinel, appreciate you being here, man. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. This is a casual, just kind of talking about the NBA. Well, I'm gonna get into some more entertainment stuff. I'll get into my thoughts on Black Widow, but I haven't seen it. I did not see it. I'm not going to see it. Did any of you in the chat see it? Let me know. As far as Team USA and the NBA, they should still make they should still win gold. Like I can't imagine if they don't medal, that would be great. That would be so great. Like that, I wonder, like, how does the NBA react to that? To not medaling? Do they gear up and try to get the better players? How can you? Yeah, this team isn't the best of the best, but everybody is still good. Now, there are some players who are playing in the finals, and you can make the argument, hey, this is a extended season, and they played a lot of stuff. So, they play a lot of games, and they're tired. And, yeah, you can, but, what happened with this season, a compacted amount of games. Yeah. But, still, A lot of those teams have players that played late in the season too, though. I mean, Australia had Joe Ingles, who played into the second round, played as far as Kevin Durant did. You know what I mean? So, what do you say? NBA pays the wages so they can't go 100 as they might get injuries. Same with England soccer team. That's a fair point as well. That's a fair point. But now we have another problem. But here's the thing, though. Here's the counter to that. The NBA is not the only one who pays their wages. The shoe companies also pay their wages. And they do a lot of advertising because the other argument is, okay, then they shouldn't go. You know what I mean? If they have that big of a conflict of interest. But the reason they do, they would still go. They're still going to bring NBA players over. Is for shoe deals. Kevin Durant is represented by Nike. You know what I mean? Damian Lillard is represented by Adidas. That's a huge reason why they're there. So that's not entirely untrue. But all right, cool. Don't show up. And they ain't gonna do that because they want the shoe money. And the shoes want them there because they want to do the marketing. So they still have that incentive. That's part of it. But you're not wrong, man. And Wake Down says he tore into Black Widow. He tore Black Widow apart for 3 hours on Saturday night. Captain Marvel levels are terrible. I saw the uterus period joke. I'll pass. I'm gonna pass like Steve Nash on that one. And Jen's getting something to eat. Hey, is your favorite Asian 3-letter agency on the 3-letter agency silent list? Now, I think there's agencies without 3 letters that exist that we don't know about. Drew, aka the Supreme Heretic. Hell, Drew, appreciate you being here. Yeah, but yeah, you know what? I don't know. I kind of have a there's a patriotic want for the Team USA to win, but I enjoy the NBA eating crow. I enjoy the fact that they're not winning. And I mean, listen, it's not just effort. Like I'm looking at them and it's like there's not the like defensive talent that there were in past teams. There's a bunch of guys who can shoot, and that's cool and shit. But you gotta guard someone. Like, you know what I mean? There's only a couple guys who can guard people on this team. So I kind of don't want them to win. I'm kind of rooting for their demise a little bit. Hey, Casting Shadows created this great logo. I was thinking about, like, man, I haven't streamed with you in a minute. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good, man. Like I said, I always appreciate this damn logo. It's great. It really worked out. What up, fellas and ladies? Yeah, one lady. There's a few ladies who will show up. Where all the white women at? And black women and women of all races. Hell. People saying hi to each other or wait now saying hi to each other. So, Noble Iro, you're late. No, you're just on time. I'm late. Yo, you better use latex. You don't want that latex that, ooh, I think I'm late text. Shout out to Wayne. Show about nothing, huh? Seinfeld or Letter Kenny. Yeah. See you good. Well, Wake was Wake. Well, it's not Seinfeld. I mean, I'm just using that tagline because I don't have a plan when I do VW Casual. Sometimes I do have a set plan. Like I started off last episode with gaming to wait for people to show up. They still have bigger contracts in the NBA, and if they don't play in the NBA, they probably will not go to the Olympics. Yeah, but I just think the argument, and that's not with how much money they make in the NBA, everybody doesn't have the monster shoe deals. A lot of these guys are really paid off the NBA. But like I said, Kevin Durant and a couple of these guys, they're there because the shoe company told them they got to show up. But maybe don't have them. Maybe go back to collegiate players. Maybe that's what, and collegiate players will care more because some of those guys, maybe if there's some guys that are fringe NBA players and they want to show out. So maybe go back to collegiate players. Because if we're going to lose, if we're just going to lose, then what the fuck is the point? You know what I mean? But, I mean, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, hell to Mando Merc, Casting Shadows. 85 degrees and it's almost 4 a.m. Noble Iron. Holy smokes. It's hot. Hot. Okay, you stream with the weight down. Dope. Between yesterday and today, I openly announcing the New World Order. I feel like I hit a list. You really? Well, I probably hit a list after last week with Cameron Pasha. He was talking about some shit. And actually, that's probably the clip released tomorrow. If you haven't checked out the live stream with Cameron Posh, please do. He was talking about Hollywood execs getting break lines cut. So it's like that. And some of the kid diddling. Man, there was something I saw on kid diddling that really pissed me off. I mean, two things, actually. A few things. There's a few things. That's why I want to make a video about that. I want to put the time into it. But, man, as far as the NWO, and I ain't talking about Hogan, Razor, and Diesel, they're pretty evil, man. And Wake Down has to run to get ready for Nick's stream. Look at you. You're busy. I get it, man. Enjoy yourself. Tell Nick I say hi. Haven't been on that stream in a while. And you take care as well, my friend. I appreciate it. And hey, WLM, Wookiee Lives Matter with the cool, distinguished Wookiee look. Distinguished. But what I guess I'm going that. What made you think you hit a list? What you've been seeing like shadows, man? People, you know what I mean? You see some shit that you don't normally see. Like, wait, am I being followed? Listen, Supreme Heretic did not antivirus himself. Neither did VigilanteWilliamson, by the way. You know what I mean? None of us antivirused ourselves. That's what I'm calling it. Since what happened to McAfee. But yeah, no, and isn't that fucked up this world is? It proves we already live in a social, like we've been lost. When Kennedy's head came off, that's proof. Nope, you lost. That was a symbol. Like, no, you don't get to say anything. We can do that. That's the world we live in. We can take anyone out, and that's just the way it is. And we all have lived under that sort of shadow since. I mean, I couldn't say I couldn't do it before, but that was just that. The senses are going to come for me, man. I hope not. I know it feels like I may have just got off a shit list because I've kind of dialed back a lot of stuff, not out of like fear, more out of like apathy towards things. Because like I feel like there's only so much. How much can I do? And I also think about what Young Ripper said about what he says about culture and about perfecting a craft, being good at something, but then you can represent another point of view. And so I feel like the better I get good at this music and other things I want to do culturally, that's how you make the impact, because I don't know what to do. We have an evil regime. We have to normalize the knowledge that there's an evil shadow regime. We have to normalize, which it is becoming normalized. Yeah, don't dial it back. I wouldn't say that. Don't do that. But it is becoming normalized. Most people know most people believe in some sort of secret hand messing with things nowadays. That's 10, 15 years ago, you would have said what? But I think many people, especially after last year, come on. Catch 22. They need to play to show their best, but don't put 100% as it's too dangerous for their bodies. Yeah, back to the NBA. That is a catch 22. That's why I think if they don't meddle, you should just send college players. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. They're just gonna not meddle. There's no point even sending pros anymore. Totally Drew. I'm surprised they haven't already. Man, I always feel like my growth on this platform hasn't been on the up and up. I mean, I'm starting to grow somewhat past couple weeks, but like I've always, especially I did a video on Kyle Rittenhouse. I've talked about it before, but once that happened, that's when I started to feel like, okay, something funky is happening. Just the way the algorithm reacted to me, it just didn't feel natural. It's just nothing until natural. It feels like there's a point where my I don't know if do you guys realize the past week I've released like 15 videos? I'm not joking. Hopefully, did you see? I mean, everyone didn't have to watch all of them, right? I don't imagine everyone watches all of them. But like, hopefully you've at least seen a thumbnail for one of them. You know what? Let me actually count. Talking about this damn algorithm as everything slows down. Hopefully I'm not roboting. Jeez, YouTube. What my other thing? I don't want to show anything crazy. I want to see how many videos. I'm gonna just, I'm not gonna count live stream. I'm just gonna go with the videos. I think if I don't count the live streams, it's like 12. Man, this is just really on sluggish. Yep. So if I robot, I apologize, guys. I don't know what's going on. maybe they're coming to get me, man. Who knows? And they're shutting off the internet. Wookie Lives Matter says, I've been thinking about that. I'm good with 500. Any bigger, and I just start attracting attention I don't want to deal with. I got to figure out how big. I do want to get bigger though, and then, but I don't want to like. I would probably talk wilder shit if there were more people watching just to inform people, and I probably will fuck my regular life up. But it's just like it seems like what needs to be done. I don't know. I still, I don't know. There's something to be said about that work, though. There's something to be said about keeping it small. I feel like I don't want to get 100,000 subs, but if I can get 10,000, 15, that would be perfect. I feel like you can still stay underground, I should say. But let's see how many finally I got to the damn screen. How many uploads I got? 1, 2, 3, just in the past week. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, all right, as that 11. 11 just uploads if I do count live streams. This one, 12, 13, 14, 15. What was the no? So 15, yeah. If we count live streams, yeah, it is 15 videos and live streams the past week. So so you're a mom for Salty Cracker. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. That is pretty cool, man. Shout out to the Salty Army. He's somebody who gets to say what he wants, obviously not with YouTube's help or permission. He's not even on YouTube. Is he still on YouTube now? I mean, I know of him. I've seen a lot of his stuff, but I'm not part of the Salty Army, so I don't know where. I know he's one of the few people that can go off platform and make a ruckus. I shouldn't say that. Even our own Wes Moody is making a ruckus on Odyssey. And you know what? Because I'm on Odyssey, all those videos, not the live streams, but the videos should upload on Odyssey. Let me check that out. Yeah, big ups to Wookie being a mom for Salty Cracker. That's pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. That's awesome, Wook. You're right. So let's see. I'm just checking my Odyssey to see if my video it shows 57 uploads. So yeah, it has had all my uploads the past week. I don't know if I got too many views. Nope, no views. I think. Okay, all right. You just heard Matt. We get it. I like Matt, but come on. It's like I like me, but come on. I have 4 views for my little. I got more views on. I had more views on motherfucking what's that shit? BitChute with no subs than I get on Odyssey. That's just keeping it 100 real. I can prove that to you, by the way. That I get more. I had more. I haven't checked my BitChute in fucking forever, and I got more views on that platform. That's probably all like legit all right. I don't even know. I don't know. It's like it's other people. Maybe on BitChute. I don't know. Is anyone using BitChute? What's going on in the world over there? But yeah, let me look at my. I'll show the 1-year membership on my BitChute. I'm not gonna. So yeah, I got videos with 100 views, 200 views, and shit on BitChute. I don't have nothing like that on Odyssey. It's just a reality, man. So, like, I want Odyssey to do well. I want it to be successful. I really do. It would be cool. But, like, that's not what's happening. Oh, Jesus. That's a song. It's actually my song, but still, we get it. So, he starts streaming YouTube and goes Odyssey for the stuff he can't say here. So, I wonder if that's where Wes got it from. I don't know Wes is doing that. That's cool. That's cool. Congrats on modding. Congrats on being there. How much does he get on Odyssey? He probably does pretty good on Odyssey. No, Ripper was trying to do the streaming with Odyssey, but it didn't work. Like he had tons of technical issues when he did. So it's like these platforms, I really want them to do well. I hope they do well. I don't know, man. It's looking rough. Things are rough in the kingdom. I used to get, maybe I should go back to BitChute. I had more, there was things, or certain videos I tossed it on BitChute and it would do better than what it was doing on YouTube. And this is before any of you. You guys get to see the old Vigilante if you check out my BitChute, because everything's from August, September, and whatever of last year, before I kind of started meeting people in the fandom. Not sure. Oh, so you've been modding for Salty for like a year now. Price is Right reviews recommend me to him. Salty Berserker Battalion, Salty Army Berserker Battalion. That's my mob. A Mad Lads. Well, that's cool. Cool. You're the best. You're the best modding Wookiee that I know, and I mean that. No Wookiee is as good of a mod as Wookiee Lives Matter. Fight the good fight for your people, by the way. Your lives do matter. No. Alrighty. So you know what? Here's some stuff that you should be able to say on YouTube. I'm not sure if you can. They're trying to add a P to the LGBTQ, and I've been saying that for a while, but I'm sure a lot of you may have seen. Maybe you haven't seen that "We're Coming for Your Children" thing. Oh, it's just a joke. Well, you know what's not a joke? The fact that like 5 or 6 members of the and maybe I should show that. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The "We're Coming for Your Children." It's the San Francisco Gay Men's Choir. They made a video called "We're Coming for Your Children." I'm not joking, and they're singing. And there's members of the choir who are convicted P3 DOs. We'll say that. And unfortunately, I'm not talking about another Star Wars droid when I say that. P3 DOs. Very true. It's an M. Don't play that damn song. I won't. I don't want to. Maybe if I can find, maybe find an article to tell the whole story. But yeah, and actually, the 1P already Pan includes kids. They got these kids saying it. Like, oh, it doesn't. No, Pan technically is anything. It's a reference to the god Pan. Yeah, so 6 on the registry. Yep, 6 are on the registry. It's the San Francisco Gay Men Choir. 6 are on the registry. On the registry for child diddling. These P3DOs. And they're singing "We're Coming for Your Children." And they want to make it like it's a joke. Oh, we're just trying to teach your kids to be tolerant. That's the parents' job, motherfucker. Not yours. Not your little choir. Not when they're teachers. There's a New York Times. I actually had that on the Twitter. There's fucking New York, these teachers in New York teaching your kid kink, teaching your kid. I'm talking about 4th grade and younger, elementary school kids, teaching your kids about all sorts of sexual shit, sexualizing kids. And they're doing it now because what is anyone doing? They were able to do cuties. People didn't really cancel. People got mad in the moment. A lot of us canceled. But how many normies just, well, I like to watch. And they kept it going. These it's like, that's why they keep going. Until there's a real resistance, they've already basically added it. They already got kids dancing and stripping in these fucking parades. Now. So like at what point do we like, is there a more formal, hey, listen, this is not discriminative towards a group, but this shit right here, that shall not stand. Actually, see, only got a copy of the tweet. I can show you the tweet because I don't think. Let me I don't want to be a super boomer and show the DMs, so you can see all the thick chicks who slid in the DMs. No, it's not that. These guys are oblivious of what's going to happen when they push the agenda too far. I don't think so. I need to see. They've already pushed it too goddamn far, and it hasn't happened. Everyone says, "Well, win." When the fuck is win? When is win, man? When is win? If this isn't win, if cuties wasn't win, if people with children still bought Netflix after cuties, what more can I say? To quote Jay-Z, That's Satanist. There's nothing else to be said. So here's the tweet I seen. I said some shit to it, but look at this cute looking chick. I don't know if that she's just some bitch that took a picture or she's a teacher. But pornography literacy classes are supposed to teach students how to critically assess what they see on screen. Motherfucker, why don't you teach home economics? Why are you teaching pornography literacy to kids? Why is an adult teaching kids about pornography? Like in that way, you can teach, hey, it exists, but you really don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that. Teach kids home economics. Teach kids skills. Teach kids. I saw some. Was it like 60% of millennials making 100K are living paycheck to paycheck? Teach kids actual economics, personal economics, personal funding. Don't teach kids pornography literacy. How is that going to make the world a better place? What is the point of you being educators, motherfucker? But this is what it says when a sex positive. They got little buzzwords for everything. Sex positive. Listen, you're here on Earth. It means somebody had to be positive on sex at some point, right, motherfucker? Sex positive. What the fuck are you talking about? Taught a curriculum. These are elite New York schools. These is what the rich assholes teaching their own kids. The fuck you think they gonna do to yours? And then this is the thing. It's not rocket science. They're just evil and want to diddle kids. And that's the goddamn truth. And again, your kids are already twerking on TikTok now. They have kids acts who are teaching them how to fuck and do all this shit now. Hell, even back then when we were kids, fucking Lisa Left Eye Lopez had a fucking condom on her eye. She was like 17, 18. Fucking Aaliyah was singing Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. They've been doing this, man. When is when? I don't think that's gonna happen, Ginger Ninja, because I haven't seen it. I appreciate you being here. The wasabi, because he's in Japan. Even if they weren't making a song like that, isn't funny. It's nothing funny. Nothing funny about that. Like you say, even if they weren't kid diddling, because this shit is real. This shit is real. The New York Times and all of these high organizations, supposedly high thinking. They I saw something else. I couldn't find it. Like, oh, this is why they need to teach kink to kids. Or no, what was it? I did find it on one of these past episodes. It was somebody talking about these parades, Pride months, and like kids need to be exposed to kink. The fuck? It was some guy exposing her kids to BDSM at Pride parades. People used to get their ass beat for doing something like that. Nothing's going to happen to her. I saw an article. I didn't check to see it if it was true because it was me. I follow some of the red pill stuff as far as women. I love women, but like, come on, can't marry anymore. I saw something that said a fucking lady, 31-year-old married lady who raped a boy. Well, he's 15. Raped him, won't even face jail time. P.S. The biggest source of child assault right now is this public school system. And who are most of the teachers? And especially in grade K through 8. I think it's 96% women, something like that in the 90s. That doesn't, they're still, maintenance men and shit like that. But the school system is a kid diddler place, which makes this demon ass teacher sex positive. Jesus, she's probably positive for some STDs. Old sick bitch. Oh, you talking about the agenda? Yeah, they've already won as far as normal family life. The marriage rates and the birth rates are plummeting. And I'm an old bastard, but sex ed was in the 6th grade and it was so clinical and cringe, everyone left uncomfortable, just like it should be. People used to get that, and as he said, looking far down the line, society was having a breakdown. People will look for a scapegoat, and there is no backlash now. Do you think this community will have a giant target on them? But okay, here's the thing. The actual people making these decisions will never face backlash. Now, if you're talking about the community of all communities, you know, Wookiee has this Wookiee Lives Matter thing. Do Black Lives Matter push for me? No, doesn't matter. They are purported to. So the LGBTQ thing can push for gay people whether they want it to or not. Whether they're contributing to this shit or not. It's not really. We got my man APM. He calls himself he's just a gay bloke. He doesn't like even being called LGBTQ. You know what I mean? So it's that's not even the point. It's not like, you know, that guy singing it, because I don't take things like that as just organic shit. I don't just think that was just some shit they just did out of whatever. That was a message. That was a message. That was more letting people know when. And yeah, 2-year-old girl twerking with her mom. This is what they want. And this is it ain't just a black problem anymore. The single motherhood shit, the family court, the badass kids, the young girls twerking and shit.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah, it ain't just in our community. It's global now. Enjoy that. And I appreciate your straightforward answer. That's why I come here. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you being here. Everything in society is gynocentric. Only arena women hold absolute power is sex. How surprising that the focus of society is on sex. Very true. That's very true. Very true. And even that's starting to backfire. Like, you know, the MGTOW thing. I don't know how much, though. I don't know how much. Man, it's not sexist. It's just a reality. White women can listen. A fucking white woman can come up with a pamphlet about how black men are nowadays, and I'm supposed to follow it. So nah, man. The Rachel Dolezal ass shit, like, nah, man. Yeah, the world is becoming twisted without morals. Y'all need some Jesus. That's not, you know, that's not really a joke. We do need religion. I was a single parent. I'm gonna keep it real, Wookie. I'm gonna assume your gender as male. Not to be disparaging. As a single father, you probably had a better chance than if it was the other way around. I'm not trying to. This isn't a bash ladies things. No, I don't know if it's bad. I'm sorry, it's starting to backfire with it existing. Not MGTOW itself. I've been critical elements of it. I think it can be too lady focused itself. But no, I think the fact that that's getting bigger and like even on a basic level, guys are a lot less thirsty, which is good. Because you know what? A lot of the reason this world got this way, Wookie, is because there were thirsty ass Warren Ellis types. Now, he didn't do nothing wrong when you look at that stupid ass site. But he wanted to bend a girl back over so bad, he'll let a crazy bitch into something that she shouldn't be in. You know what I'm saying? It's always some guy who wants to bend a girl back over so bad that he gives her power that she didn't earn or has no ability to wield. Sorry about that. Taking a drink on right in the mic. That's professional. But there's always some asshole like that. So guys got to be more scrupulous with that. Yeah, the world needs morals. And yeah, hey, there's Munchausen. Appreciate you being here. No father should have to potty train and do the period thing with his daughter. Her mother should have been there. I agree with that. Yeah, you know what? The best way to raise a child is with the mother and the father. Who knew? Oh, humans for fucking the entirety of existence until the past 50, 60 years. If you don't let a white liberal woman tell you what to do, then you're a racist. Absolutely. Yes. And if I don't, it's because I have internalized racism. Our penises are always getting us in trouble. Yeah. We've enabled a monster. We've enabled a monster. When it comes to this feminism. And Bryce Day. Hey, Bryce Day. Say hi to everybody. We live in a time where a man named Supreme Heretic is one of the greatest proponents of morality. We do. We do.
This the world we live in today. Where is he going?
It's the world we live in today. That's the world we live in. Good point. Good point. Yeah. But yeah, maybe I'll just clip this shit out instead. I wanted to add other elements for that video. But maybe I end up just clipping the shit out. It's sick, man. It's really sick. It's really sick that they're slick about it, and they because the media still controls the conversation. Mainstream media is still impactful. They can just gloss over shit. The stories they want to tell can be the stories they want to tell, man. And they can literally enable kid diddling to be mainstream and legal. And it already is technically in California. And they're going to keep pushing that. Keep pushing that. And y'all will blame the liberals, and rightfully so to an extent. But do y'all think the conservatives give a fuck? Those clout chasing conservatives, all they want to do, they want the left to exist so they got something to yell at. They don't want to lose their Trump. Some of these conservatives, man, they're just there to tell you what you already fucking know. They don't really have any answers, any ideas, anything all they can tell you is woke stuff bad. And luckily for them, there's no term limit on woke idiots. So they'll always find a new woke idiot to tell you it's bad, but they don't have any fucking answers. And if you're talking about the politicians, I'm not saying they all don't give a fuck, but 99.999% of them don't. And they'll talk a good game. They'll do the Ted Cruz thing. They'll talk all the shit you want and do nothing. Remember him talking shit to Jack Dorsey? He did nothing. He had as much to, I keep saying this joke, but it's not a joke. It's true. He has much to impact fucking internet policy as Vigilante as Ginger Ninja. He impacted internet policy in this country to the same extent Ginger Ninja. I almost said nigga. Ginger Ninja did. Yeah, I did say. Yeah, I said it. What of it? But yeah, he has as much impact as Ginger Ninja, as Darius Munchausen, as Jens, as me. That's how much impact Ted Cruz had on fucking internet policy and internet censorship. Not a goddamn bit, but he got a little soundbite. Man, Ted Cruz want to be Tim Pool so he can fuck Tulsi Gabbard. He's nobody to ride behind. None of these conservatives is. None of these conservatives is. They don't provide nothing but false hope. They provide enough false hope to placate motherfuckers from doing what I almost got myself in trouble. Everyone takes a hollow insult when I call these people useful idiots, but it's a real term that describes exactly what the woke are. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. It's not a useful ignorant people. Like there's only so much you can sugarcoat that up. They literally don't know. Speaking, I think I mentioned Tim Pool because that's who Ted Cruz wishes he was. It was a Tim Pool tweet. One of you guys may have shared it, and I looked at it, talking about. Actually, this is the Adventures of Vigilantes Twitter. See if I can show you this instead of just telling you. Adventures in Twatterland and VigilanteWilliamson's channel. Isn't this fun? Because you guys don't get enough. Basically, Tim Pool tweeted something about how these elite platforms. Oh, his tweet's unavailable. Isn't that from his account must have got yeeted. Did they yeet Tim Pool? When did that happen? Shows how much attention I'm paying. No, they didn't yeet Tim Pool. Oh, their account. Wait, no, is his account there? Oh, his account is still there. So did the guy was I arguing with the bot? I don't understand how Twitter works. Is it? Well, no. Okay, I'm lost. Okay, I'm boomering up. I'm boomering up, and I can't understand Twitter. So I can't even show you the damn tweets. So fuck all that, because I don't know. There's some tweets from an account that doesn't exist. So either something happened to Tim Pool's account or something happened to the guy who I was talking to. Let me see about the guy. Okay, so that's what happened. The guy I was talking to left Twitter. Okay, less confused. Tim Pool is still there. All right. Sorry about the confusion. So I can't even show you the whole thing because he chickened out. Even better. Basically, I can go back to Tim Pool's tweet now to understand Twitter a lot more than I did 5 seconds ago. He says, kind of crazy that YouTube banned opinions about the selection. People rag on China for, no, I can say election, fuck it. Selection. It was a selection. Everything's a work. People rag on China for censorship. We can't even say a guy's name on YouTube. YouTube deleted Rand Paul on the Senate floor for saying a name. Some guy pushed back on that. And then I said, I think my tweets still show up, even if they don't show as replies. Because I have a fish memory. I got to check. Says something like, hey, you know, he said they're a private company. I said they're apparently one that doesn't have to obey antitrust laws or any other laws they don't care about because they don't. And he says that's not what this is. And I said, what do you mean they aren't a private entity when they have the ability to destroy competition or collude with equally large companies ignoring equally large law ignoring companies like Facebook and Amazon. All these companies essentially operate as their own or are essentially their own oppressive government like China. So that's what I said. I'm sorry about that. Total mess of displaying the content, but hopefully what I tried to say makes sense. So it wasn't Wookie. Somebody tweeted it, and I just said, "Oh, I just saw it because I agree with the tweet." Never trust a politician, only as far as I can throw one, and not even that much. Yeah, because you might be strong. Some of these little, like Nancy Pelosi, I can sling that bitch. I can't trust her as far as I can throw her. I could sling that little bitch. You know what I mean? I can't give her that much trust. Toss that hoe across the street. No, I haven't listened to him since he got rid of Adam, and I heard he's completely fired him. Don't sit right with me. Isn't that a play on the term useless eaters? Was that popularized by Hegel or Marx? This might be a little bit above. I didn't read all those asshole stuff. So I don't know that, like, I'm not one of those philosopher motherfuckers that know everything about everything. I wish I was smart enough like that. I know my man, Authenticator, he's a lot smarter on that shit. I know a lot of you guys will read. I read Soul. I read Thomas Sowell, but he's not really a philosopher. He's an economist. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really, into all that shit. I mean, I just know these motherfuckers are evil. Not sure, but I know what it means. If you don't watch who's getting in at the local level, then it's a bunch of globalist puppets. Globalist Marxist puppets. Voter IDs need to stop fraudulent voters. Oh, don't you know? Voter ID is racist because the media says so. And again, the media has the power to control and shift narrative. They've convinced you having an identification, something you need to drive a car because you need to get a driver's license, right? Something you need to get a job, something you need for almost every point of operating in society. They've convinced you that asking for that is in and of itself white supremacy. They've literally, that's the way. So if I talk to somebody, you don't like these, they call them voter suppression laws. Crazy. Somebody told me that I'm brainwashed about World War II today, saying that I didn't know anything about it. It would have been better. Whoa. See, there's some evil people in this world. That's crazy. The Axis won. I can't believe there's a human. I can, but I can't. LOL. Kamala Harris says certain groups are too stupid. Oh, yeah, she did say rule. People are too stupid to photocopy their idea. These. Crazy. Mark, system Hegel, full code, all requirements that I get through before I can even declare my major. Isn't that weird? They never had you guys read Soul, though. Isn't that funny? Wonder how that works. Rural areas don't have Xerox machines. Why can't you? So why couldn't you just show your own ID? Why would you need a copy machine in the first place? I don't get that. Why it's 2021? Why can't you take a picture with your phone? Hell, Signal. You had to do that for apps. What are we doing? It should. I mean, I don't get it. I don't even get. I saw that she said that, but I cared so little about what that demon said. I didn't even read to get context. I mean, listen, man. Caring about Kamala Harris is the equivalent of blaming the cashier for everything evil Walmart does. You know what I mean? Because she's just a worker. Kamala Harris, her actual impact on the world is equivalent to a TikToker. And when we talk about how she can actually impact the world, meaning there are literally, 20-year-old cashiers with the equivalent amount of impact and whorishness of Kamala Harris. Because and Joe Biden is like the greeter. That's how much impact they have. The greeter, this is like getting mad. I'm not saying you still make fun of these people. Fuck them. Because, I mean, it does say president and vice president by their name. So, fuck them, make fun of them and shit. But to hold them, even to get mad at, it's like, listen, you can get mad at her, but you just know there's a globalist that told her to say it. Now, you can call it camel. You ain't gotta switch the spelling and correct yourself, Michael. You was right the first time. True is just a symptom of a larger problem. America only got in the war for the gold. They stole and never gave back to the Europeans. Was he a European guy? Because maybe from your perspective, that's a different story. But hey, shit, such a dildo. He's from Croatia. It worked out there, not in the free world. And shit, they also stole the scientists. And you know what the scientists did? They ended up ingratiating their ideology in all our institutions. And here we are. So honestly, the Axis, you can make an argument they did win in spirit. You can make an argument they did. Well, was a German. Man, I work with a German dude. I don't think he liked me. And I think I know him from this other parts in the industry. I'll knock his old ass off if he tries something. I don't think he will. I don't think he liked me. He looked at me funny sometimes. That was surprising to me. German. But I met German people that were cool though. So I'm not holding everything. I met one German dude that was really cool. But this one, I don't know, something funky. It's like Hydra cut off one head, two grow in its place. Yeah, these Hail Hydra motherfuckers. It is like a cult more than or evil global organization. A little bit of both. People are warped. Like I said, you can make the argument that in spirit they did win. Look how separationist this regime is. Sounds like somebody is setting up for World War III. And it is probably illegal to say stuff like that in Germany, and it probably makes them think it even more. Hydra's the perfect analogy for the deep state in real life. Yeah. Deep state's everywhere, man. I see those fucking what are those compasses for the Masons? I see them bitches on people's cars here. You know what I mean? They just think it's sweet. I see motherfuckers with the little chains. Listen, Vigilante did not Epstein himself. And even though I'm fat, I don't care what. If I go prematurely, know that something was done. Shit. I don't trust shit. But yeah, the deep state is real. It's a real thing. If it wasn't, how could to kind of go back to what kind of started this thing, the damn the P3DOs, who 6 of them at least. Of course, it's that number. We can get into that later. That's probably, if I did Odyssey, I'd talk more about that. Because there's a reason I think so much of what we see is a work. There's a reason I say all this shit about, even that election, it went out. It went according to plan for you to have doubt and then for you to show up on that certain day and then get framed. That was all a part of the plan. But yeah, back to the P3DOs. They were in that San Francisco Game Inquirer singing that we're coming for your children. There were 3 people who were literally coming for your children, legitimately, and they're trying to normalize it. And they will succeed because they kind of already have. You already send your kids, if you do have them, you already send them to these damn indoctrination camps anyway. I was told, oh, you got to get a good education. That's not untrue, but I'm not going to get it from these fucking walls. Are you kidding me? They get educated. And they learn less than what we did. And then if it is something worthwhile the school offers, well, you got to pay for it. You want your kids in sports, but you got to pay for it. This program, you got to pay for it. What the fuck are my taxpayers paying for? A bunch of kitty diddlers? Teach my kid to create a pornographic literacy class and then act crazy when I say, no, I don't want my kids learning this shit. That's why I don't have kids now. Yeah. Oh, man, the first guy getting knocked the fuck out. That first hit, I just don't have the reaction speed. But I wouldn't want to get punched by me. No. I wouldn't want to get punched by me. All the weight behind the hands, but I mean, hey, I can't dodge or box a bullet. You can't get ID. You should learn how to get it. See, it's like a test for your voting abilities. There's nobody. There's nobody on Earth or in America, since that's what we're talking about, or we can use Earth. There's nobody on Earth that is willing to vote for anyone that doesn't have an ID. I can't believe you really have a willingness to vote for someone if you can't even get your ID. Because if I'm homeless and shit, and it's time you're homeless, you can't get an ID. Hopefully none of us experience homelessness, but homelessness is a real thing. And unfortunately, they may get more experience with this inflation that's already starting, is going to really kick up, but that's neither here nor there. Your first priority isn't Biden or Trump. It's like, how the fuck am I going to fucking feed myself or clothe myself or shelter myself? Or in a lot of cases, unfortunately, how am I going to numb myself with a substance? That's what a homeless person's thinking of. And if you talk about the demographic that will have the most trouble getting ID, I would say homeless people, right? Maybe they think all black people are homeless. They're going to be shocked to find out 60% of us are middle class. And like 30, 40% of us live in the suburbs. That might shock them. It's going to piss them off. But in any event, somehow it's racial suppression. No, it's homeless suppression. If you're talking about the homeless vote, yeah, you are suppressing that. That you're 100% suppressing the homeless vote. I agree with that. I agree with if that's all the extent of you saying, I can't dispute that. It would make it harder for homeless people to vote. Everybody else, though, and I feel for the brothers out there that's homeless. I say brothers because it's a mostly male problem. Like 96% of the homeless are men. But I saw sisters with signs, so I'm not trying to be discriminatory to them either. My point is, the only people really being suppressed by voter ID laws are people who are homeless. And all California wants to do is get them high anyway. So what the fuck? That's just me, Nelson the Gentleman. Hail Nelson the Gentleman. I don't know if I said hi when you showed up. Hi. Hi, Brutal Morningwood. Anyone who comes after any kid I care about is going to wake up on the business end of a barrel lid. Man, we got to be more proactive. We can't wait for them. Because they may be in the schools now. There may be a kid diddler going, I don't know, the kids in your family. He may be going to school. One of the teachers there could be a kid diddler now. And now he's getting more empowerment. And he's going to start, maybe he or she, I shouldn't just say he, because it's becoming, that's one thing, equality. Women are getting more equal at that shit. But this is why Prime magazines don't belong on the coffee table. I don't know if Prime magazine still exists, Wookie. But yeah, these people are definitely retarded. Oh, man. So you are homeless, Michael Asylum. I'm sorry to hear that. And you were denied your vote this election because the address you have is not a verified residential address, but you got your ID. I'm sorry, man. I feel bad, man. I didn't know you were homeless, man. Are you good? I mean, you're not good, but like, how are you living, man? Because I appreciate you being here, but like, anything, people are cool in the community, man. If there's any way we can help, let us know. Because I don't want people lost out here. Like I said, a lot of it's a struggle. The pre-Theo cure pills are dispensed by Caliber. I got my ID pretty easy. It is an excuse to get illegal and dead people voting. That is the reason. That's absolutely the reason. Pigeon and robot named P3DO. Yeah, that's it's kind of thing. Oh no, I shouldn't even highlight that. I'm not highlighting that. That's fucking that's probably a felony. So bro, I'm not gonna let you do a felony. So you live in your car, work, pay bills, and feed yourself. All right, man. Just don't make enough in crappy California to get an apartment. Well, if I'll say this, because of that worker shortage, and you said you live in your car, if you want to get your somewhere else, there's a lot of places you can find work. If you want to get out of California, maybe you can only go to the next state over. I think Arizona or whatever. I would maybe try to figure a way out of California. 24/7 Fusion Media. Who asked we whooping? These sick motherfuckers out here, man. I was talking about, and I'm not sure if you saw the San Francisco Gay Men's Choir singing that they were coming for your children. Wow, there's 6 people on the offender list for children in that choir. It's wicked shit. You can have the cops giving out ID with a fingerprint check. Yeah, there's a billion ways around this. The whole point is for illegal aliens and kids and dead people and whatever they can. It's to steal votes. That is the point. I lived in a 280ZX with my cat. That was a biatch. What's your PayPal, Cash App? Nelson the Gentleman has 5 on it. I looked at Arizona, didn't like it would solve my problem. Texas, question mark? LOL, thank you, VW. Good looking. Just saying barrels come from your handy. Now I shouldn't even say that. I don't encourage this in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't encourage sliding DMs. I don't encourage anything. No, I'm good. I'm good. I need to get more barrels. I ain't talking Donkey Kong. Maybe Texas. I don't know. I wanted to go to Texas, but the fucking I don't know. I still do, but it was under a different housing market than happened. I was under the one my brother got a house at. That one died. His house is already worth more, a lot more. Harumph, I say, to paraphrase my man Tim Pool. We talked a little bit earlier about. Oh man. Yeah, this has been a crazy stream. I'm trying to see, is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Actually, I'll end on a good story. Seen a cool, positive story, so I'll talk about that. I'll talk about 2 positive stories. How about that? Yeah, I'll talk about 2 positive stories. But I'm trying to see, there was something else. I'm in Arizona. It's hot as fuck. There was something else I wanted to talk about today. Let me see. Talked about the Team USA. I talked about the P3DOs. There's something else. Let me check my notes real quick. I feel like it was something else I kind of wanted to talk about. You know, real quick, it's 10:30. It's semi late. There's any games you want me to play? I could maybe play. Maybe I'm too tired. I don't know. Let me check my notes. And if there's nothing I want to talk about, I'll see if there's anything I can put 10 minutes of gaming in. We can't do super chats. Oh, this thing with the super chats. So I'm not monetized, but there are options. If you want to tip your friendly vigilante, you could tip. You can super chat via Stream Elements, and then it'll give me an alert and say, "Hey, you sent a super chat." And unless you're talking about my man, because I feel bad. Like if there's a way, if you do have a PayPal, Michael Asylum, let me know. Oh man, 24/7 Fusion Media to kind of brighten things up. Just did a stream with Mike Barron, the guy who wrote The Flash and the first Punisher comics. Wow. And I did find the 2 things I wanted to talk about. Two things I wanted to talk about actually. So I'm not sure, Nelson the gentleman, if that was to me or my man who I don't know if we're trying to get him to Texas. I don't know. Somewhere where it's cooler. Man, you know what? I was trying to be good. Trying to be good. Really wasn't, like I said, it was less related to giving a fuck of what ScrewTube says. It's just more like, man, this shit's so depressing. I'd rather focus on shit I can make fun of. But I have to inform, man. I have to inform either one of you. Well, yeah, you can tip through Stream Elements for me. It should be a pinned comment. It should also be in the fucking description, and like I said, it shows up in the chat. But yeah, Mike, if there's any way, if there's a PayPal or something, Cash App, anything we can support, let's just, and you may say, oh, I don't need, man, nah, fuck that. There's a whole, like, you know what I mean? We can help each other. You know what I mean? We can help each other. Fuck, you guys help me a ton. You guys with the super chats really do help. Really do help. No doubt, but my channel will never see a dime. We will see. We will see, man. I mean, hey, the guy you mod for, his channel's huge. Now, obviously, he's not really, I don't think he's monetized, but he's able to monetize it regardless. Just like I consider myself basically a monetized channel with how much support you've given me. And what's up, Red Lantern Frank or Red Lantern FA? Still going. I did find other subjects. I'll have to hold off gaming. These are all subjects I wanted to make videos on. I may still clip into videos. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Let me actually bring up some articles on stuff. And then let's bring up my articles. We'll cover the stuff, and then we will get out of here. Try to kind of shift because we're talking about some dark stuff. Because there's a really, really dark agenda in this world. Let's see. Wow. Okay. So I'll talk about the brighter thing than the more depressing thing and with your positive stories. Says, thank you, but I feel like I have to get through this on my own. I wasn't in very good condition before becoming homeless, and I've improved some parts of my life. Okay, man. Okay, hey, but just know, hey, if you ever need help, we're here. I'm here. Anyone, we all want to help each other. We all want to help each other. And I'm going to still ask for super chats. You got super chat me. Shit, I want super chats because I'm a capitalist. But I understand that too, man. I understand of needing to do things on your own. And I just got a super chat from VigilanteWilliamson. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. 333. Let me actually go see what you said to me. Oh, man, I accidentally logged out of my stream elements when I was showing you my twatter. And Vigilante Munchausen says, never trust anyone who likes cheese pizza. Yeah, he's not talking about food. Rock on, VW. Yeah. That's not a food reference. You guys have to look up which gate you have to go by to figure out what that means. Me and the kids want to know how you're doing, bro. They think you're cool as fuck. Oh, man. I would never have thought myself as cool. But thank you, man. I'm doing cool. I gotta get my mental health right now. I'm eating too much. I'm addicted to fast food, and I gotta get that right because it's affecting my weight is affecting my legs. Wasn't self-sufficient before this. Now I am, so I'm making some personal progress. And viva la capitalism. Hey, man, if this is where you feel like you need to be in your journey, I get that as well. I would say you can get out of California though. You could probably right now. You could probably get out of California. Go to if you could find, I don't know where you want to live, where you want to live in the States, but you could probably get out of California right now. Me too. I'm depression eating. It's hard to kick that habit. Yeah. And what it is with me, my last year I was working, but I was stuck in this room. It was a terrible job. Literally, people have quit since I quit, and it's only been a month. And I started a new job that's a lot more comfortable, a lot more logical to do, laid back. It's better for me. I'm getting out the house, and I realize how fat I am, and I got to get weight off. And so I got to kick the habit. I'm still, I always have some depression, but I'm not as depressed as I was a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever it was. But I still just have the habit and addiction of eating. And I know I've lost this weight before. I'm 378 pounds as of last week. The last time I checked was last week. And I've been bigger. I was in the 380s once. That was like 7 or 8 years ago. I've been as small as 230 pounds, about 5'11", 5'10". I list myself at 5'10". I think I am when I'm not hunched down and fucked up. But I've been looking around trying to find an area where I can earn enough to get a place and keep up my bills. Smart. I don't know how Oklahoma is, but I think it's cheap there. I think it's supposed to be cheap there. It's supposed to be cheap. But that's the thing, the wages are also going to be compensate. So that's where you're in double edged. So you probably make more in California, but the cost of living will be so high it's unrealistic that you can get a place. So that's going to be rough. Good luck with it, man. Good luck and Godspeed. Everyone digs the logo, man. Somebody on TikTok even dig the logo. Speaking of which, you guys can buy shirts. We like money, capitalism. I haven't checked my I need to do more shirts. I tried doing a VWO shirt and it didn't go well. I wanted to do that. I'm gonna check the shirt thing, and then we're gonna do 2 stories, and then we're gonna do 2 positive stories, and then we're gonna get out of here. This is casual because it's a little more laid back, so it's okay. And I can't even think of the damn site. Teespring. Jesus Christ. I have an old man mind. Just in case, because sometimes you guys do sneak up and buy shit. I appreciate it. What? Okay, doesn't look like don't look like I've gotten any shirts sold in a while. At least over. Actually, it looks like a couple months. But I appreciate it nonetheless. So that's neither here nor there. I'll keep my stream elements up in case somebody else wants to contribute to capitalism. Capitalize over the BS I talk. AKA we'll be on another 3 hours. No, I can't do another 3 hours. Oh, Nelson the Gentleman sent a present on Cash App. And so give me a second while I grab my phone to see what the present is. It's probably a pay request. You owe me $150. Let's see. The Cash App. The app of cash. I'm always worried I'm going to accidentally pay somebody as Vigilante Williams instead of like myself. Who the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Let me sign out. Sorry about that. I'm too much of a boomer to walk and chew bubble gum. So as I fucking sign in, Jesus. Oh man, thank you, Nelson and gentlemen. I'm sorry about pausing the whole thing to be a greedy bastard. I really do appreciate all the support you guys give me, man. Like, you're the reason I feel like I'm already a monetized channel. Because you guys are keeping me monetized and keeping me afloat and paying for my time. You know, I spend a lot of time on this channel. I'm trying to revamp it and do different things to make it a better channel. And you guys are funding it. So thank you. And you guys are showing up, liking the stream, sharing the stream. I couldn't ask for more from the people who support this channel. I really, 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 really couldn't. I mean, I could, but then I'll be like a feminist. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to do that to y'all. Okay. I finally see. Thank you for the $3 Cash App, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot that you guys support me, man. Whether it's the fact that Ogre Squatcher regularly has sent $100 super chats. I don't take that lightly. The fact that you guys regularly will send even a little 3 to 2 to 5, 1, anything you guys send, like it all counts. It all counts. It all adds up. It's my job to actually use this. There's things for the channel. I want to get another. I don't have the camera on, but I realize I want more space. And the way I have it set up, I probably need another folding screen to move back forwards to cover the wall in the back, and then probably some better lighting. And Wookie says, I have no good advice. That I dug myself out of homelessness by questionable means. But I'm alive and not in prison, so it was a success. Well, there you go. That's all you can hope for. And yeah, thank you, man. And hell, the Nerdporial life form. I appreciate you, man. I do more, but you're not living out of your car. I am not, man. You don't owe me anything. You guys don't owe me jack. The fact you guys pay attention to me is more than I could ask for. But I appreciate the super chats. I'm still live for them. You're a pro-capitalist, by the way. Why not? And hey, speaking of plug, feel free to plug. The fans of music and space, I'm assuming that's your channel, Cast in the Shadows, aka Mando Merc. Please sub to him. He's the guy who made this great logo. He also made his logo, which you can kind of see that art style. You're like, oh. But yeah, he's a really good artist, really good dude. So please check his stuff out as well. Please. So let's talk about something a little lighter before we get into something dark. So the Washington football team, yes, that's what they're called. They're not the Washington Redskins. Don't be a racist. They're the Washington football team, and they're also not going to be the Washington Warriors. Some of you guys may have seen Gomer Kyle's not here because he's a mod talking about mods for Black and White Sports. They covered this. I found out about it. It's crazy to me. This is crazy. So I'll just read the story and talk about it. And Cast in the Shadows. Okay. You guys are streaming together, and Darius Munchausen has a shirt. It's cool. So while the Washington football team is still several months from revealing its new nickname and logo, team president Jason Wright announced on Monday the franchise has removed Warriors from consideration because it too closely aligns with Native American themes. So are you saying that no other group has ever been depicted as warriors? Because if so, explain everything about human history, sir. Please, if you could do me that, do me that favor. Explain this to me like I'm 5. Jesus, way to dox people. I'm going to leave that there because I know what that's. Just doxing me. My location. Fuck. Even though it's in the P.O. box is in the description, but still. It always freaks me out. But like Warriors is aligned specifically to Native Americans. That's insane to me. That's wild. That's people overthinking it. This is why woke is terrible. Because something as simple as football, which brings people together. I was in the store the other day, and two complete strangers start talking about football. They were just talking about different teams and different stuff. I think dude had a faded Redskins jersey, but they talked about football. I'm like, that's not going to happen in future generations. And keep up with the tips. Just a tip, 24/7. Tipped and apt 247. You see what he did there. Smooth. You have a heart of gold, bro. Keep up the good work. I'm looking forward to your next video, pimp. Hopefully I do get some videos out tomorrow. Yeah, Washington Weepers. Oh, come on, Wookie. I'll try to be PC. Were the ancient Spartans wrong, calling themselves warriors? I'm thinking think about how many groups have a warrior class. You know what I mean? That's like a part of human history. It's funny that YouTube lets me use such a despicable racial slur. Like warriors come out and play. Nope. Oh, this is insane. This is what he says. Because they were under pressure from sponsors, nationwide protests against racial inequality. Sure, that's what they were for. That's why people had to steal Jordans, for racial inequality. Obviously, we recognize that not everyone's in favor of this change, but even the Native American community offers a wide range of opinions about both our past and path forward. So what this statement says is, yeah, we know a lot of Native Americans actually liked it, but fuck them. We're scared of woke white women on Twitter. We don't actually give a fuck about you guys either way. We're doing what the woke white women on Twitter do because that's what the people who shadow fund the NFL tell us to do. That's what this, well, maybe not that last part, or maybe it is that last part, but this is what it is. Washington kneelers, I don't know. Washington grifters, maybe. Ultimate SJW's the ultimate grifters. Buy large mansions, I should tell you that. Yeah, I don't. It's crazy. With this in mind, we made a priority to run an inclusive process and listen to all voices. No, you haven't. You're still going to listen to white women on Twitter. They run the world. We have given particular emphasis engaging and listening and learning from Native American leaders and individuals throughout the country. This process has been blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. And not just a simple, easy to categorize who's for or who's against our name, but research revealing the psychological effects on Native American teen names on American Indian and Alaskan Native youth. Okay. These are the same people that get to tell me how I'm supposed to think. The psychological effects, we did research. So basically what this says is, if you actually read through this, we're not going to listen to people's actual opinions. We're going to listen to a bunch of big-headed people who said they're smarter than everyone else. Because they said we're not going to poll who's for, who's against. Meaning if there was a poll where you had 100% Native American support, it gets thrown out because the psychological research says you're too dumb to have that opinion. Just like people aren't able to Xerox copy, just like I'm too stupid to use the internet. That's how it is. In some, this engagement demonstrated a consensus that moving forward and no ties to Native American imagery is the right path. So if you're wondering, you can still have the Fighting Irish, you can still have Cowboys, but no Native American teams. You Native Americans, you're not allowed to be represented. These team names that were great, no, you're not allowed to like them. We told you can't like them. PayPal tip jar. Oh man. Don't do anything foolish. I forgot I had a PayPal tip jar. Unless you're talking about the 247 that I got. Let me just check the PayPal just to see. Because I'm like, I don't even know if I can tip. Hold on. This show. Sorry, now hopefully I'm not showing everything. Okay, I'm not. Let's see. Okay, I think it's just a 247. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Let me just check the email shows. Sorry, I got all these. I got so many fucking windows popped up on one screen. I'm sorry to derail the chat, but I want to make sure I acknowledge everything. I don't want to miss any payment. So, yep, I got the 247. Thank you, God. Thank you both. I got both you and Vigilante Moonchausen's super chats. Thanks, man. You do it. I'm not trying that. You do it. Vikings were horrific people. Yeah, Vikings can keep that name because they were white. Only white names matter. But not all of them were. There were North African barbers included in the Vikings. A few other groups too. But I'm not a history buff either. I know a little bit. But yeah, no more, no more. You get it. We've seen it a million times. A bunch of. I just think it's funny. They literally in this thing said we actually don't care what Native Americans think about it. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Oh, YouTube won't let you tell your suffrage joke. Olga Squasher, who is giving me insane. Oh, thank you so much, man. And maybe it's for the pop, the genuine pop, because I'm like, holy shit, every single time. I'm never gonna get used ever to any human being, even when inflation hits, even when $100 is just like $1. I'm never gonna be used to a man saying, here's $100 to talk shit. I'll never get used to that. Ogre Squasher 101 with a 101 and 71 cent super chat. Just gotta check to see. He usually doesn't say anything, and he again doesn't say anything. Just silence. Silence is violence. He woke up with violence. Didn't try, but they never let me type it. Gotta keep the lights on. Yeah. The lights are on, man. You do keep the lights on in the Vigilante Cave, man. You buy things in the Vigilante Cave. Oh man. But you know what? We talked about the Team USA losing in the Olympics. We see and all the money that's being lost in the NBA, even though the ratings kind of bounce back for the playoffs. I gotta kind of get back. 101.71. I don't know. Well, he always does 101 and then some change. I'm not sure the reference in the change. But his name is Ogre Squasher 101. And he tips 101. So that's the thing. Now I feel guilty. This is why I feel like, man, if you want not to just redistribute the wealth like a communist, but Ogie, my man, Michael is silent. I know he doesn't want any help. He's trying to he's a hard-working brother. But unfortunately, he's living out of his car in California. And I'm like, man, we got to figure something out. But I've offered to help. He said no, but I feel like, man, you guys are willing to just toss me money to talk shit. I feel guilty not helping this brother out. So if there's any way for me to help you out, Mike, let me know. As you can see, I just got a huge donation from my benefactor. Thank you, Ogre Squasher, the executive producer of this channel, literally. So how about the Washington Wookiees? That would actually be a cool name. But Disney would get one in on it. Spartans in ancient Greece were soldiers trained from childhood, which is why the Halo universe calls their Spartan 2 and Spartan 3 super soldiers Spartans. Yeah, they were trained from childhood. Don't feel guilty, you cool? Huh? All right, man. Could be a zip code. I didn't think about that. Nope, they nuked it. Oh, man. I almost wish I knew the suffrage joke and I could tell it. Well, see, I don't think they'll let you. Fontana, California. That's crazy. I wish you the best, man. I wish you the best. Thank you. Thank you for your support, bro. I really do appreciate it. Good. What channel? I know I saw you in the channel. Was it on what channel did I see you on? Michael Asylum. Are you on Discord? I am on Discord. And I have one, but I don't really do it. Like I'm on there it's similar to Twitter, just to communicate with people. But I am on there. I'm trying to think. I've posted it before. I mean, I could post. Well, that's the thing. It's a playback. Wookie, you're on the Twitter, right? No, you got kicked from Twitter. I'm sorry. There's got to be a way to give you my Discord. Ah, jeez. I guess I could send a link to my Discord itself and an invite link in the chat. Your lifetime ban from Twitters, yeah. You were off of it. Let me, I'll do that real quick because those disappear, don't they? And if anyone else wants to do the Discord thing, like I said, I'll invite you to my server. I'm a terrible server. I'm not putting any effort into my server. It exists simply to exist. It exists simply to say it is. It's not something I'm trying to push to have some big Discord server. Invite people. Okay. All right, I'm tossing an invite link. It expires in 7 days, so that's cool. Oh, Cast and Shadows just did it. Thank you, bro. Thank you. So you guys can hop on the Discord if you want. follow a lot of people, maybe on Me, Overlord DVD. Yeah, it could have been one of those places. Where did we met? Because you wouldn't just you subbed after like coercion. They're like, I forgot how. Thank you, Casting Shadows, aka Mando Merc. So to wrap up the Washington Generals, because that's what they basically are, losers. They might as well go with the Washington Generals. Can you believe this? They want to get only allow white people to have their team nicknames. It's the same story, man. You're not going to convince me these wokies aren't really Klan members. You're not going to convince me they got rid of all these other teams, no more Indian teams. The Braves apparently are the only ones left. I got you sometimes see my Cleveland Indians hat because I bought that because I knew they were changing it. I should have got like doubles and triples. It is what it is. So from stupid to evil. There's no other words to put it. Now, did you guys hear about this this evil demon Wendy Williams? You may remember her from the PSYOP where she was dressed like the Statue of Liberty and they did something to her. I don't know, clicked her chip. Who knows what they did? And they did, that's not the official thing that they did something to her. Yes, the Washington Generals are indeed the basketball team that played the Globetrotters and always lost. That's why I called them the Washington Generals. But hey, it's good to say that because I forget I'm old. That was common knowledge in the 90s. That's not common knowledge anymore because I don't think, how big are the Globetrotters now? But in any event, this evil Wendy Williams, and she said ignorant shit before. If you want to go back in the day, her and Charlemagne the Devil, back when he was one of her co-hosts, were making fun of Method Man's wife who was suffering from cancer at the time. So she's a real piece of work, this one. If she is a woman, if she's a she anyway, I'm assuming her gender. And you ever take a look at her, man. I got that Austin Powers energy from old Wendell. He says I went to a bunch of Globetrotters games, Madison Square Garden back in the early 80s. All right, I dropped a joke in there. It's not that it's funny. It's just that YouTube nukes it every time. Okay. I'll check it out and then I'll get into the demon. That's crazy. You know what this fucking joke is? Haven't women suffered enough in women's suffrage now? You can't say that on YouTube. Fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you, man. That's bullshit. No, that's you should be allowed to say that. All right. Back speaking of demonized feminists, Wendy. Well, I don't even know if this is a woman. I've always thought this, even before she was famous. When she first showed up on TV screens, I thought Wendell Williams was a man. Neither here nor there. What happened is she was on a show comparing, and I don't know who this brother is or was to be specific because he passed. He was killed actually by a police officer, and I don't know the details of his shooting, but he's dead. And Wendell was here comparing her instead of being, reporting the tragedy or whatever, she's sitting there comparing her following to his because she's a demon. And maybe there's more. Let's see what else it says. Mother slain TikToker Swavey is calling out Wendell Williams for his disrespectful, and I'm just going to refer to this person as a male because let's be honest, for the disrespectful coverage of the 19-year-old's death. Swavey, born Matima Miller, died of his injuries on July 5th following a shooting in Wilmington, Delaware, according to police. His mother, Chanel Clark, told CBS 3 on Saturday she was still reeling from his mother, saying, "I'm mentally going through it because I haven't seen it. I seen my son shot down the street like that. Or because I seen it, see my son die down the street like that." She went on to slam Wendell Williams, who's 56 years old. This big man-looking motherfucker, for the comments that they made about Swavey when they shared the news about him slaying on a recent episode of the morning talk show. Look at my eyes and stuff. Like as y'all, like as a mother, which again, I don't know if that is. How dare you? So disrespectful. I used to watch you as a child, and even though you have a gossip show like and all that, you didn't even know my son. A comment from Williams did not respond to people's requests. So apparently they had a huge following on TikTok under the handle Babyface S and on Instagram, and they were known for the dance routines. Okay. So she said she had no idea who Swavey was in the segment about his death, and then compared social media. She said, I had no. Isn't that funny? When a black man's killed by police and it suits them, they'll fucking tear up the goddamn planet for it, right? They'll destroy the planet and they say you're supposed to take it. It's just property. This, but when it's just some time to make a joke, I don't know the details of this death at all. But when it's time to make a joke, they'll throw a black man under a bus. They don't give a fuck about us. To paraphrase Michael Jackson, all I really said, I keep fucking up the lyrics. Is they don't really care about us. So you can say crack. I mean, I call it salty cracker. I say salty cracker, but yeah. Okay, so you thought you got the same energy I got, Wookie. When Wendy Williams first showed up, I thought she was a dude along with RuPaul. Yeah, I got that. Mike Obama. I know you're serious, bro. I know you're serious. I am too. I've always referred to this person as Wendell Williams. I've never thought ever, and still don't. Didn't they have a surrogate? Isn't that funny? Like, and you know who else had a surrogate? Amber Turd. Just so you know, hope you didn't woke. While the woke folk find Fort Wayne Baby Seal Clubbers minor league hockey team offensive, they have a Fort Wayne hockey team called the Baby Seal Clubbers. If so, that's dope. Big Mike looks more like a woman than Wendy does. I can kind of agree with that. They both look like dudes. Michael Obama, yeah. Really? YouTube's crazy. So they allow anti-Semitic stuff in the chat. Yeah, they really don't like y'all now. I don't know what happened. They really don't like y'all now. I feel bad. They took cracker off of the racial slurs you can't say on YouTube. I just said it. You should not be able to say that. Really. I know sometimes if I put white in the chat, it'll mess with me. But yeah, she says I have no idea who this is. Neither does one person in this building at the audience. So she says all these jokes, and then explains she doesn't use TikTok before sharing that he'd been murdered. All those followers, that's really tragic. So like it was a joke to her. This motherfucker's life and death is a joke. When it matters to these civilized people, a black man's death is enough reason to destroy the whole of the society. When it doesn't, it's a joke for a segment. And this brother was 19, and he was just a TikTok guy. He didn't stick up any pregnant ladies, or have any fentanyl in his blood. You know what I mean? Not to disrespect anybody, but come on, to destroy whole society over somebody. Even though I think that's whatever. I think people go too hard in the other direction because I don't give a shit about Chauvin. But like the thing is, this is the inconsistent message they give. They don't really care about black people. They don't really care about men. They really don't care about anyone. They don't care about themselves, to quote Bishop from Juice. It's just really funny that you would get that type of ignorance when she's making jokes about his followers. Why even cover the story then? Why even cover the story if that's how you feel? And Nelson the Gentleman is not kidding about the Fort Wayne Baby Seal Clubbers. And I would go. Let's meet. Next meetup, we're going to go to a Fort Wayne Baby Seal Clubbers game. That's what I want to do. Term showing their hand comes to mind. Sit back long enough, you can say, see who's drinking the Kool-Aid. Yes, the go along, get along game. Man, oh man. All right, well, this has been a long show. Long for me, close to 2 hours. I got videos to do, and I got to somehow sleep. So we're going to get into some positive news. We got to end. Oh, no, you were kidding. I'm sorry. I'm tired kidding about the Fort Wayne thing. I thought that was real. I wish there was a Baby Seal Clubber. That's a funny thing. So you were kidding. I read it wrong. But all right. Let's end on this. I'm glad we have some levity. Me reading stuff wrong. Still getting back in the habit of streaming on a semi-regular basis while trying to do a bunch of videos. All right. A checker cabs driver in Calgary has been delivering groceries to the elderly every weekend for 15 years. We talked about a lot of negative shit. We got to end with something positive. We got to remember, people still care about each other. There are still lots and lots of positive stories. So I'm not going to mess up this brother's name. I'm going to call him Alamad. That's his last name, Mr. Alamad. He's 69 himself. He spends every Saturday with his family and serving his community. It all started with a few regular clients. With time going on, see they're not doing good. He told the Calgary Eye Opener, and then I told him from now on I buy your groceries because you don't have much energy left. And so now he serves about 20 to 25 people. Every Saturday he arrives at Real Canadian Superstore before it opens, ready to buy groceries for dozens of seniors. His wife, Mumtaz, sorry for mispronouncing the name, takes phone orders during the week and tracks them in a spreadsheet. The sons Faisal and Yasin have been helping with grocery runs during the pandemic. Day isn't done until 7 p.m. most weeks, but the time is something they get for free. Such a big commitment. Whenever we want to travel or go anywhere, he'd be like, well, what are my seniors going to do on Saturday? Wow, 15 years of this. But it's more than groceries. I think it is the rest of it is so much more impactful, Yasin said. He becomes a part of the family. Iqbal, that's his name, I tried, spends hours socializing with the seniors, driving into appointments, and doing anything else he can do to help. It's always been something he kept quiet. Faisal said he didn't realize how much he was involved behind buying and delivering groceries until he would hear from seniors or their children and get thank you notes. Sometimes, he says, children or seniors tell him, your dad has been here when we haven't been able to been there. So that's cool. That's cool. Since I'm in your Discord, you might want to check it more often. I post fire. I will try. Love the avatar. I verily say unto thee, disregard females, acquire per currency. So that's fuck bitches get money. Since being exiled, I've been in Discord a lot. If it's as good as your videos, I have to check out every day. It's mostly video spoilers, to be honest. I see. All right. So this is the last positive story. Actually, that other story is probably a little bit more positive. This is still pretty cool. A medical student at VCU School of Medicine found a simple sunflower, a service that delivers flowers regifted from weddings to patients at VCU Medical. Eleanor Love, is that a real name? Sounds like a poor name. Found a way to make a wedding bouquet twice special. Not just, I don't know if weddings are special nowadays. That's neither here nor there. Not just for the couple's family and friends on the wedding day, which is overly priced and already setting off a young couple in debt, but for patients in hospital beds. The idea being that the simple sunflower came after Love spent a year working in a flower shop part-time while volunteering with the National Health Corps in Philly and providing health care to undeserved populations. I don't know if that's the right word, Sunny Skies, but I'll just say underprivileged. The fuck? You said it undeserved. That was an asshole move, Sunny Skies. I think that's where my love of flowers and the idea that I can actually make a beautiful arrangement stem. After she started medical school the following year, she heard about the success of a flower gifting program on the West Coast and thought it was a wonderful idea. So it wasn't her idea. So she started to create her own. She connected with local wedding venues and coordinated with VCU Health volunteer service, started picking up flowers and creating new bouquets. In July 2019, the first delivery of bouquets that Love and fellow volunteers repurposed through the simple sunflower made their way to patients. One of the challenges of being a medical student is it can be very difficult to contribute to the care team. You are primary there as a learner, but you want to make an impact on your patients. You don't have the same knowledge as physicians. On top of offering a form of human connection through the gift of giving flowers, studies have been shown that flowers have a positive impact on health outcomes for the hospitalized patients. Based on the research, improving outcomes is perhaps the most important impact I hope to make during the sunflower or through the simple sunflower, Love told VCU Exposure. Flowers have been shown to improve healing and rates of recovery from surgery, They've been shown, of course, to improve people's mental health and lift people's spirits. Though flowers are meant to brighten the day of patients, volunteers enjoy it too. Volunteers have been thrilled thrilled to be able to deliver to patients an unexpected gift that will brighten their day. Amanda Landis, director of VCU Health and Volunteer Services. And people seem to enjoy the story how simple sunflower came to be. Is making good use of something that will otherwise be discarded. Don't make fun of the husbands like that. But yeah, underserved. Okay, I see. Underserved. It looked like undeserved. It's underserved. I see that R. Thank you, sir. Yeah, very MGTOW, Darius. It's actually more Lil Wayne. Thank you. Yeah, underserved. They should hyphenate that. I'm sure I'm not the only person that made that mistake. But that's neither here nor there. This is really cool. These are cool things that people do. We talk about all the crazy shit people do, all the sometimes evil shit people do. But it's good to remember the positive shit and the good things. You know, I shouldn't say shit. Positive things, helpful things that people do actually care about each other. Boop. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Wookie. Just want to check the stream elements, make sure nobody else snuck a super chat in. Thank you to 24/7 Fusion Media, Vigilante Moonchilds, and of course, the one, the only, the executive producer of this channel, Ogre Squasher 101 for their super chats. Ogre Squasher with an incredible $100 super chat, $101.71 super chat. And thank you all for just joining and sharing and liking and commenting and just being active in the chat. I may clip some of this stuff for videos. I don't know. I'm a little tired, and I got to get enough energy to at least make some clips of stuff. But thank you all for being here. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Tomorrow, Fireball Productions channel, the Cultural Crime Fighters. Please join us there. Check out Fireball Productions. His channel is in the chat. You know, I keep it just going as far as here. You can buy his merch right there. And where's his channel? There, I know that's me. I'm trying to find his channel. It's one of the things that the Stream Elements bot is supposed to plug, but I can't find it. And it's still the merch. Oh, his channel was there too. Okay, whatever. Please look up Fireball Productions. I know most of your sub, but I know Michael's Asylum is a new sub, and I know there's been a couple new subs. So if any of you new subs are watching the playback, please look up Fireball Productions every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific, and 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Covers all the major time zones in the U.S. We do a show, the Culture Crime Fighters, a very fun show. It's actually probably the best thing I do all week. All right, rocks out with your socks out, and have a good night. Have a good Tuesday night. Peace, everybody.